I'll use the webcam. I don't know, something's doing something. What the hell happened here? What the hell happened here? Now I can't get out of the, oh, there we go. Can you hear me now? No. Motherfucker. Okay, so I'm here. Configure video. I don't know what the frig happened. Apply. Does that work? Now it's probably echoing, right? Hold on. Oh, sorry about that. How long do it? 3 minutes and 45 seconds. I'm going to have to put that in the comments. Oh, I really, really. I checked the thing beforehand because I actually, I don't know why this isn't on. Why isn't this on? Did I unplug it or something? Did it die finally? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there it is. All right, well, I'm going to disable it. There we go. All right. Can you hear me clearly before I really get going here? I'm going to apply. That's good. That's good. Okay. Should be good. I just use the audio off the stupid thing because it's not like I'm doing anything fancy schmancy. Oh, God. I really hate technology. I really, really do. So anyways, what I was trying to say before I did not come on, and I'll have to put in the comments, starts at, 5 minutes in. So skip ahead. So I was supposed to do some videos on D100. You were supposed to see him. I was supposed to come on live. But we got news of my son's test, and it came back that he has to have radiation. So we were trying to get that all squared away and figured out, with the holidays coming up and everything like that. So, I'm not here to bring anybody down, but, it's just one of those things, and we'll get through it. It's funny because there's a bunch of things that I've done, and starting Tuesday, I am actually on vacation until January 6th. Thank God. I need a break. It doesn't mean that I really get a break because I got to run around here like a complete idiot, and kind of just kind of take care of everything around the farm. And my mother-in-law, her dog, which is another thing. And now I have to make sure I keep an eye on all the dogs because my daughter was coming up the back road and she saw a coyote. So now, and on the 20 acres here, she saw it. So now we're kind of like, okay, do we, because about 10 miles down, they're putting in a subdivision. And when they put in a subdivision, it's in another county. We're kind of near the county line. And you're not allowed to build anything really, any kind of communities on our side. But on the other side, which is the villages, they're always building and adding and just making things difficult here. So what they're doing is they're putting in a subdivision on this beautiful land that they just tore up. It's such a sin. It really is. But people got to have housing, I guess. So I think they're driving a lot of the stuff this way, a lot of the animals, and we're kind of dealing with that. I got tore up pretty good on the, as you, well, you can't really see, but on our fencing. Uh, when they built that chicken coop, they did not think it through. I'm talking about my son. When you walk through the gate, okay, first of all, you have to bend down. You don't want to do that. You should have made things a little taller, okay? And then they put a netting over the top to keep the hawks out. So the chickens have this huge run that is completely netted. It looks like you know, some kind of zoo. But when they put the fencing up and they cut it off, they left the little sharp angles there. And I'm like, if the kids come through here, they're gonna get all tore up. And who gets tore up? Me. So I've got to deal with that at some point over my vacation. But over the vacation, you know, I'm going to try to come on a little bit more, spend a little bit more time, have some fun here. Matter of fact, I've got a project that I'm going to be doing with my grandson. Went to Hobby Lobby. Um, he started watching. I can't stand the fact that he watches YouTube, but I went and I got some of this foam. Okay, and what we're going to do is he started watching these dioramas on YouTube, and I'm like, really? And he really gets into them because he wants to take his animals, because he loves dinosaurs, all types of animals, sea creatures and stuff like that, and put them on this diorama. So I said, you know something, the week that I'm off, you know, when Gigi's baking and stuff like that, what I'll do is we can come out here and we'll build a diorama. So I got like grass and cheap paints to paint the thing with, and I got my brand new foam cutter that I needed to make some mountains, and we're gonna build a little lake there that they can drink from, and yeah, you know, just something that he'll destroy in about 12 minutes because he's 3. But he's really into it. He's excited about it, so we're gonna have some fun with it. We'll see how it goes. Good morning, Mark. I can hear you now, Rob. Good, thank God. Is it echoing? I hope not. I hope not. Um, so I wanted to talk a bit about a couple of things. Um, I did a video, which I normally don't do, which I gave my opinion on what I felt were the most disappointing games of the year. Okay, not a big deal. Okay, and the comments have been great, even the ones that people were kind of pissy about. But the ones there was one that was really pissy, and it didn't get me mad or anything like that, but it made me think. It made me think, and I'm like, oh my God, these people take these opinions so personally. I have the ultimate coyote trap, easy to make. Yeah, you put 2 bullets in it, right? But honestly, this guy goes, you know, your opinion of Slay the Spire is horrible. Okay. And I thought to myself, I go, why do you care so much? You know, because you said my opinion is horrible. Do you want to know how much I care that you said that? I don't. I don't. The funny thing about opinions is that's exactly what they are. It doesn't make me right. Okay? I love the Toronto Maple Leafs. A lot of people like the Detroit Red Wings or Boston Bruins. I could sit on the top of the mountain, okay, and scream my love for the Maple Leafs. Okay? Okay, what does it matter? Okay, you could disagree and like somebody else. Does it really matter? Is it going to change your life because I like the Maple Leafs and you like another team? No. And I think that really falls in the board gaming. You know, some people go, well, I really value people's opinions, that run channel because they play X amount of games. It still doesn't mean that you're going to like that they're right. Okay. Just because you play a lot of games, it doesn't mean that you are correct. Okay. I think it comes down to a few things, and I always use this analogy is, oh, where is it? Okay. I just want to make sure I get the name right. Um, Tom Vassell hated Escape Escape from the Dark Castle, okay, which is um, a great little card game. And for me, it brought back a lot of old school 70s D&D type of art and things like that. And it was fun. It was just a dice roller. And, you're trying to make your way through. And there's all kinds of different things that can happen and you run into. And the game's never the same. And I love the game. He hated it. Tom is one of the biggest and probably the smartest board gaming enthusiasts uh, in the world. Okay, he's better than a lot of people. Okay, if you had to pick somebody, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again, is I remember one time, just sitting there, and about 15 games came in, and he had to go through them, and he would open up a game and look at the rule book. Oh, this reminds me of this, 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 and this. I went, what? And then he would open up the next game. You start reading through the rule book. Oh, this is just like this. This takes this mechanic. This takes this and puts this together. And yeah, we know how to play it. And within minutes, we were playing games. I mean, that's how smart he is. And that's how much knowledge he has on board gaming. But it doesn't mean that he is right. Okay? That every time he says something, it aligns and has to be right. Okay? People may trust him. People may play games that he said and found that they were fun or found that they weren't as good. Everybody has a different look at life. Okay? You take 10 people and tell them to look up in the sky and tell me what color it is. Some people might say it's yellow. Some people may say it's purple. And somebody might say it's blue. Who's right? Does it really matter? It's just an opinion. It really is. It's just your view of what you see. Okay? There are games that are old, but they mean something to me. They may not be good to somebody else, but they're great to me because my opinion is that I really love this game for X amount of reasons. And the thing that makes a channel very interesting is that you get varying thoughts from people, okay, or opinions from people. Should you take them with everything you got? I think the best thing that ever happens is people that don't give reviews, because you know the whole thing with reviews. This is all a business. And certain people, want to stay in good graces of people, and they don't tell you what they truly feel all the time. There are people that do, and they scream integrity and this, that, and the other. Um, if I have to be 100% honest, and I will. I mean, there were times where I thought something was okay, but I said, I know the guy, and and I go kind of, this is good. It is good. It's just not for me, type of thing. And you kind of don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. And I can understand some people. Some people are doing it for the monetarily. So, their livelihood depends on what they say. And again, it's just opinions. The guys that really get it are the guys that just do, really good rules explanations. Like Rodney, God knows I sing his praises all the time. Ricky Royal, people like that. Good people that show you or play through the game, explain it, They'll tell you if things are clunky and stuff like that. Um, matter of fact, Rodney doesn't even give you an opinion; it just shows you the game, and you can kind of get a feel for things that way. If you're going on somebody's just pure sitting there going, "Well, this sucks," or "This is good," I mean, should you take it seriously? No. Investigate. Take a look at what different people say, and then come up with your own conclusion. Because ultimately, that's all that matters is what you think in the long run. Why are these? Oh, okay. Um, and so, when people, I don't care if you disagree because I don't care if you agree with me or not. I don't think you should take my opinion um, to the bank. I'm not afraid to say certain things. As a matter of fact, I've got some videos that I've pre-shot already, and I'd be interested in hearing from you guys out there what you think are some of the best companies this year and some of the worst companies this year. Because I did two videos of it. Okay, I talked about the companies that I felt were the worst companies of the year. I wasn't afraid to say it. It's my opinion of it. Doesn't mean that it's the end of the world because I say it. Okay. I really was disappointed with these companies. And then there's companies that you know that just shine for me, that really stand out, that really deserve your attention. Um, I just and some people will agree or disagree, and that's okay. But again, what does it matter? It's my opinion. Okay, it's absolutely nothing. It's oxygen. Okay, I'm just giving you. I love the Seahawks. Okay, you may love the 49ers. Okay, I think the 49ers suck. That's my opinion. Okay, are you willing to die on a hill for it? The way some people are with board games. I mean, it's insane. Hey, Monster, how you doing? Um, and I would love to hear what you guys think were the best. And then I do a comparison that you'll see later this month. Um, there's a lot of videos coming this month. Um, I've shot a lot of stuff because of my son, and not knowing, what the future is going to be with him. But, I shot a video comparing my game of the year versus, and I name it, what I felt was the worst game of the year. And the difference is how I see it and why this is the game of the year and why the game that I consider the worst game of the year is falling into a pattern that we're all starting to see. And you can see the differences. Okay. You can see the energy difference. So I compare that. I do something a little different this year. Of course, I got a couple of other videos that are coming up, and I got a bunch of reviews. I've been doing a lot of old stuff. Um, I really love the older games. So over the next month or so, you're going to be seeing a lot of stuff as I really take some time and concentrate on where I'm going next with this channel as I try to clean this place out, which has been a project, and I'm starting to see a pattern as I start to clean things out as to where I want to go with the channel. Okay, for the 10th year. Um, and it's not a popular direction probably, but I don't care. Okay, it's my vision as this thing has been all along, and I'm going to have a lot of fun. And those that enjoy it are going to have a lot of fun. I've really got some ideas, and as really has breathed some life into me a bit. After 10 years of doing this, the ups and downs, um, you kind of just start to find you get to a point where, okay, nothing really matters except what my vision is. Okay, I'm not going for a popularity contest. I'm not here to win over um, companies because I don't need to make this a business. Okay, um, the little bit of money that this channel does generate, it does help. It does. And usually we were giving it a lot of it to charity, but now you know, with things a little tight, you know, we use it to keep things, you know, just going, I guess. Oh, sorry about that. But I started to see, as I started cleaning things out and putting things up for auction and stuff like that, a pattern of where I'm going, um, and and what I want to do and how I want to do things. Um, and I started to see a pattern of when I look at miniature market as to what I want to bring in. You know, a couple of big games come out, and I go, oh, that'd be great for the channel. And then I go, yeah, you know something, but I'm really not interested in it. And I just kind of let them pass. And in that, I find that, you know, it's not that I'm not playing to the cult of the new. Okay, I'm not playing to a lot of things. What I'm trying to play to is what I can get excited about, because you know, you guys see the difference. You really do. You know, that's why you smash the like button when you like something. Okay, um, it's you can tell when somebody's faking, and you can tell, most of the time you can tell when somebody's faking, and some of the times you can tell, you know, you can tell when there's just not the energy there. You start watching and you go, well, I want to learn about this game, but boy, this feels like nails on a chalkboard. So I want to make sure that I have the good energy, that I'm excited about what I'm doing, that it conveys to you. Okay, and you get to see what is interesting me. And I'm finding, as I dug things out, um, there are a lot of things that I'm very interested in that I forgot about. Um, and I haven't even gotten to the storage unit yet. Oh, I got to do that because I've got to close out that last storage unit, because $160 a month is a pain in the neck. Okay, just store stuff. And that's right, kind of what the channel's paying for right now, is making sure that we can keep that storage unit. Um, there's a lot of stuff I got to get out of there. I see patterns and I see things that I really enjoy. And again, these are great games to me. It's an opinion, okay? But, you know, over the next couple of weeks, I give a lot of opinions. A lot of opinions. And it's the first year where I've really been kind of, you want to know something? I really think this guy sucks. You want to know something? I really think this game sucks. Okay? And I'm not afraid of hurting people's feelings. Okay? Um, I'm not afraid of some of the backlash that you may get. Um, and I just don't care. And you shouldn't care what I think either. You know, I enjoy giving you my thoughts, my opinions. You know, this is my channel. I speak what I want to speak. That's the beauty of YouTube, or Twitch, or whatever platform you want to use, Kick, whatever that, you know, you do. Um, your thoughts are your thoughts. This pink stuff is driving me insane. Hold on. I'm just looking at a pink wall. I was looking at a pink wall and it was driving me nuts. Sorry about that. I knocked over the camera too. Um, but in that, oh God, I lost my thought there for a minute. Alexis, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Mark, I said hello to you, and thanks for telling me there was no sound for the first 3.5 minutes. Uh, let's see who else. It's funny because the thing that drives me nuts is before I came on, I made sure that the big microphone was on. Okay. And then when I finally hit the thing on, it just wiped everything out. I really, really, really hate technology. I do. Um, you know, it's funny. I dug out a game that you're going to see a video about, but I appreciate an opinion if I have no knowledge of the game. That's exactly it. You can appreciate it, but you don't have to live by it. Yeah, you know what they say about opinions. Yeah, I do. And, that and a cup of coffee will get you nothing. Um, no, and that's the point. Take a bunch. Don't hang a hat. I mean, some people were like hanging a hat when I said something sucked. I said a game sucked. You know, you thought I broke into their house and took their firstborn. You know, I'm surprised they're not coming with pitchforks and torches. And it just made me think because it made me laugh more than anything else. And it doesn't upset me. That's the thing. It's why are you taking it so seriously? It's just my thoughts. You can take that little bit of knowledge and you can apply it to somebody who has that complete opposite thought on that game and somehow find something in the middle there that works for you. Or maybe you are so with that person on the right that you champion that cause. Well, his opinion and your opinion might be the same. Does that make you right? Probably not. No. Does it make me right? No, absolutely not. Okay. Thoughts. We should be able to speak freely and give our thoughts, and we should take something from it. And that's a lot of problem with things. And I think I decided to become a lot more vocal towards the end of this year because I just kind of went, whatever. I am a hardcore war gamer. Never would have given a Euro a chance, but I'm a huge fan of Shadows of Brimstone because of your video. Thank you, Mark. You're a good bro. I appreciate that. Again, I'm a massive war gamer too. It shows, and it's really starting to show. Um, and I started digging out things that I haven't even opened up yet, and I went, oh boy, this I need to do this, I need to do that. Um, and I never used to do a ton of war games here because war games don't really translate on YouTube for some reason. I don't know why. Um, people don't go. They got their favorites that they watch. For opinions, but that person that does 10 turns of Pacific War, uh, people are not going to sit there and watch. They're going to lose their freaking minds for sure. And um, it's strange how that kind of works out. It just is what it is. How far are we in? 31 minutes. Wow. Um, and I'm always fascinated, by certain war games and the intricacies and stuff like that. It just doesn't translate on YouTube very well. Um, and a lot of these games are, you know, you set them up and you leave them there for weeks. And I love that kind of stuff. It's some of the stuff that I do off camera that I really enjoy most. And I wonder, again, not worrying about what, you know, you know, I mean, you always worry about what people say, but to some degree. But you have people that you consider friends that follow you and have been here for a while that you kind of want to give them the best that you can and not bore them with certain other things, because those people mean something to you. And there's a lot of them out there, you know. I'm not going to go into naming people because I always forget somebody and I feel horrible. Um, and you kind of you play to your audience a little bit. Watching the news, what crazy things are happening? I came to the conclusion that Risk is the most realistic war game ever made. How's the gaming stores in Ocala area or gaming clubs? Not very good. Not very good. I don't think so, at least. Um, I really don't know any that come off gaming clubs that I know very much. I'm not in Ocala. I'm south of that. I think you'd find more stuff in Orlando, gaming clubs. There's a matter of fact, my wife and I were down on the 50, and I went into a store, and I forgot the name of it, but they had a pretty good gaming community going there. It was on a Saturday morning too. It was early. Some people were playing Mordheim. Some people were just playing board games. I mean, it was a really nice thing. And then there was another place that I happened to stop into. That was a cafe, and they just had board games that you can just sit and play. It was done really, really nice. I was really, really, really surprised at how many people were in there. And guy I used to work with was in there with his kid. They were playing Lorcana or something like that. I'm getting ready to retire and looking in that area. I'm from DeLand. I thought DeLand had a nice store out there, Mark. I thought DeLand had a nice comic and gaming store or a store with Warhammer stuff. No, now this is going back some years. Um, Especially you want to get away from the coast. You kind of want to be centralized. Ocala is a good area, but the way the storms are changing and starting to come up through Tampa and going through Ocala, we try to stay centralized. You want to start looking in, eastern Marion County, Lake County. It's usually by the time the storm gets there, the winds are died down. But a lot of strange stuff going on. Because we moved more west, we were in Grand Island, and we moved about 20 minutes west. And of course, the storage started heading that way. Nah, I think they closed. Oh, okay. They must have closed. Um, it's weird. It really is. But, if you're going to retire, move to the middle of the state, keep yourself protected. Florida is a beautiful state. The summers are people's winters. I can't stand the summer, but you get used to it after a while. I'll never forget. I'll tell this story really, really quick, not to bore you all. Um, Originally from Connecticut, Lakeland. There's some good stores that way, and I believe. Not that I frequent them any, but there's a place in Claremont that's supposed to be. There's a couple places that are supposed to be really good. Um, those are good areas too. Anything on that I-4 corridor um, in the middle of the state, you're usually pretty good. Um, Matter of fact, a designer, a guy that owns a company, has moved towards that area. Everything Epic Games. Chris is great, and he actually moved to Tampa to take care of his wife's father. So they're there now. So he's looking to start things up. So that's kind of cool. Um, there's a lot of people that want to start things up. Me, I'm so busy with life sometimes I just don't get. Yeah, I'm lucky enough if I can fit everything in with this channel. Um, geez, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Um, what were we talking about? Storm? Oh no. Oh, so um, we were talking about the heat. That's what it was. I'm sorry. So I transferred down here. Okay, and my I had to leave like a month before my wife and my kids left. Now they were small, and we've been here a very long time in Florida. Um, but we were leaving Connecticut, and I drove down. I never forget. I had this old pickup. I just packed it with stuff, and I took a whole bunch of stuff, and I was going to stay with my new boss. He said, "Why don't you come down here, stay a couple days, weeks until your wife comes down because they had to finish up uh, school. Well, it wasn't school. It was they had to finish up. She had to finish up her job, and she was going to keep them with it. And then we also had to make sure that everything went through with the house, and we were waiting so we could that house to sell so we can move into the new house that we bought in the Grand Island. Now, being an old northern boy, okay, you know, it's 10 degrees and I'm in shorts and a sweatshirt. It just never bothered me. So I drove down, and I'll never forget that drive. I wanted to stay with them one more day because I was going to miss them terribly. And instead of leaving Saturday morning, I left Saturday night, like about 2 or 3 a.m. Because I just wanted to spend Saturday with them. And I said I could do this and be to work on Monday. I drove straight through, and I got in at 11 o'clock, and I got caught up in Jacksonville with a little traffic, and I started speaking in tongue. I was so delirious at that point after that drive. I will never forget that drive because you were going through states and you're buzzing through states and you're going, oh man, I'll be there in no time. I, I'm almost to Georgia here. No problem, right? Well, that took forever to get through. And then when I hit Florida, I remember I hit it at sunset and I saw the sign, welcome to Florida. I go, no problem. I got this, right? It's in July, right? And on the way down, my air conditioning goes out and it was 2,000 degrees. But because I had the windows open, it was fine. You're wind blowing on you, you're not too worried. I got in. I left at 3 in the morning. I got in at 11 o'clock at night, and I got up at 5 o'clock and made it to work for 6. Got in, started doing my job, got my my new area and everything. Met people, did my inboarding, which you got to go get your badges and stuff like that and things like that. Midday, I went out to go get something to eat. And I will never forget this as long as I live. I opened up the door and left the air conditioning, went outside, and I said, dear God in heaven, what are we doing in Florida? Now, just came down. It was in July, and I felt like my skin was going to fall off. It was so damn hot. And I'll never forget it. I go, oh my God, this heat is insane. How are we going to do this? I hate the heat. But a month later, they got down there. Now this was in July. They drove down, and I met up with them on Labor Day. I'll never forget. and we stayed in a hotel for a week. And then my mother-in-law had a place because she had bought a place, and they moved all their stuff in. So we stayed with them for 2 more weeks. And then finally, the truck came and delivered all our stuff, and we moved into our home. And then years and years, there is an adjustment. And I'll never forget those first 2 weeks I was here. I would get done with work. I would go to the house. I would go in my room, close the door, and I would sleep forever because it was just your blood thinning out or something. And it took me about 2 weeks to get a feel for it. And, finally I got used to it. Now the summer's come. It's just like, oh, okay, it's 100, no problem. It don't bother you as much. And, the cold still don't bother me, but I feel it a little bit more. That could be age too. But, it's really funny how that all kind of worked out. But there you go. That's my little Florida story. And then, we were there for 25 years or whatever, and then we moved over here for the last 3. So, we've been Floridians for a while. Now the kids are all grown up. I got grandkids that were born in Florida. And we I couldn't live anywhere else. I really, really do like it here. At first, I just wanted to go home. First of all, the pizza sucks here, especially coming from, there where, Pepe, Sally, some of the world colonial people pizza and stuff like that. Some of the world famous pizza. I love pizza. And, I miss certain foods up there, but, down here I've got some of my things that I really enjoy, and I don't look like I'm starving, so I'm doing all right. So there you go. There you have it. Well, we got 44 minutes in. I think that's a pretty good thing. Um, I'm really interested in put it in the comments and smash that like button if you could. I appreciate it. Um, it just helps get the video out a bit. But I'm really interested, in seeing what your opinions are, what games weren't the best games of the year for you, guys. And I'm also really curious to see what companies that you thought really excelled this year and which ones really failed this year. Okay. Um, I want to see if our opinions align, more or less. And, we got those videos coming up. We got D100 coming up. We've got, like I said, officially Tuesday my vacation starts. So, you see a lot more of me on here during the day and stuff like that. I'm going to kind of dance all over the place. We'll do evening streams, we'll do morning streams, we'll do midday streams. And I've got a bunch of things that I want to show you and things like that and talk about. And I think that it'll be a lot of fun. Mark says, thanks, Rob. I appreciate you. Well, you're welcome, my brother. I appreciate you. You have no idea. I really appreciate each and every one of you for just coming in here and just watching. It really means a lot to me. I just sit here and I ramble. My Sunday mornings, it's a thing that I really enjoy, where I, come in here and, we just talk. It's kind of nice, talk the hobby, talk life, talk this, talk that. I'm always happy when I auction stuff off and it goes to people like you guys. For me, GMT did well. Oh, GMT killed it this year. Matter of fact, that is one of my positive things. Hold on, I've got to blank that out. One of my more positive things for the year was the work that GMT did. I think just fantastic, and then they're looking to have another big year. They just do things right, and we talk about that in the video. So I'll keep everything kind of close to the vest for a bit. All right, 47 minutes in. We'll go up to about 50. If you guys got any questions, this is a good time to hit it up, and I'll answer it real quick. I'm gonna take a sip here. I wonder what you guys think that I think is the most disappointing company of the year. I bet some of you can figure it out. It's sad because I really want to love their stuff. I really do. I think they just do things half-assed. What can I tell you? Hmm. It's supposed to be humid. Oh, the next couple of days supposed to be warm, and then it's supposed to cool right down. See, this is a weird time of year. It gets, it'll be 80 for 2 days, and then it'll be 60 for 4. This is when you get sick. There is a good game about gladiators that's coming from GMT that I'm waiting to get. Yeah, it's going to be real good, Bojan. I hope you're doing well, my brother. I think you guys will really like it. As soon as it comes here, I guarantee you that we will be covering it like we do everything else. And what the heck happened here? Something weird happened on the screen. Whatever. I tell you. I tell you. Portal had a good year. I really liked 11. There were a lot of I mean, there were companies that downsized a little bit and kind of just said, "Listen, I'm not going to put out 15 games. I'm going to put out 1 or 2," and did a great job. Okay, and I think that has a lot to do with the restructuring. The whole COVID stuff that I think still plays into effect. But I think honestly that some companies just really keep on trying to hit that same formula with the Kickstarters and stuff like that, and I think it's a big mess, and it's a big failure. It really is. It really is, and I just don't see where where it really makes any sense. Um, I just see, I see the next couple of years being really kind of tight and tough, um, because like everything, you know, the early video game age when everything was perfect. Same thing with comic books, and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, comic books went into this collector phase, and this, they started jacking the prices up, die cut covers and hologramic covers, or with video games, they found that Doom was really Doom and Wolfenstein were the thing, and then 900 different games of that same type of a feel come out, and they're just not good. Real-time strategies, the same thing. They did the same thing, and you just water everything down. People tend to not be innovative. Um, they just look, okay, what can we do that's safe? And instead of trying, okay, this is the end thing right now, but here we go. Let's try something outside the box. And it's a risk and things like that. And I get it. But, it's just, I feel that we're heading into the same thing with board games. You know, from 2014 to 2018, how many games came out? How many Kickstarters came out? And flooded the market, and now people are kind of like, okay, I can only play the same Euro type game. I can only play the same war game. I can only play the same, dungeon crawl. Okay, so many times. Um, and until somebody finds the next innovation, you know, it just doesn't come easy. And then, you know, you're getting less in the box, but paying more. That's why I've been showing some of these old games. You know, you can find them on eBay for 10, 15 bucks and still get the same experience that you get in something that you would pay 80 bucks for nowadays. You know, it's my own stupid crusade, but I enjoy it. That's for sure. All right, my dear friends, I think that is going to be it. And you'll be seeing tons of videos this week, and I hope you enjoy them. And until next time, my dear friends, it is your old pal Rob saying I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. I've got to film just 2 more things this morning, and just be ready. Tomorrow, I believe that it's going to be the worst publishers of the year. And that's my last negative video, really. And then we start talking about all the good things that happened this year. I'd rather get the bad out of the way before the good. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Until next time, it is your old pal Rob. We shall see you soon. Take it easy, everybody.
This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.